The middle-length discourses of the Buddha. 3. Heirs in Dhamma, Tammadayada Sutta. A summary of the sutta. Author, Bhikkhu Bodhi, Tammadayada Sutta, Heirs in Dhamma. The Buddha enjoins the bhikkhus to be heirs in Dhamma, not heirs in material things. The Venerable Sariputta then continues on the same theme by explaining how disciples should train themselves to become the Buddha's heirs in Dhamma. English translation from Pali, Bhikkhu Nyanamoli and Bhikkhu Bodhi. Thus have I heard. On one occasion the Blessed One was living in Savathai in Jeta's Grove, Anathapindika's park. There he addressed the bhikkhus thus: Bhikkhus. Venerable Sir, they replied. The Blessed One said this: Bhikkhus, be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in material things. Out of compassion for you I have thought, how shall my disciples be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in material things? If you are my heirs in material things, not my heirs in Dhamma, you will be reproached thus: the teacher's disciples live as his heirs in material things, not as heirs in Dhamma, and I will be reproached thus: the teacher's disciples live as his heirs in material things, not as his heirs in Dhamma. If you are my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in material things, you will not be reproached, as it will be said, the teacher's disciples live as his heirs in Dhamma, not as his heirs in material things, and I will not be reproached, as it will be said, the teacher's disciples live as his heirs in Dhamma, not as his heirs in material things. Therefore, bhikkhus, be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in material things. Out of compassion for you I have thought, how shall my disciples be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in material things? Now, bhikkhus, suppose that I had eaten, refused more food, had my fill, finished, had enough, had what I needed, and some alms food was left over to be thrown away. Then 2 bhikkhus arrived hungry and weak, and I told them, Bhikkhus, I have eaten, had what I needed, but there is this alms food of mine left over to be thrown away. Eat if you like. If you do not eat, then I shall throw it away where there is no greenery, or drop it into water where there is no life. Then one bhikkhu thought, the Blessed One has eaten, had what he needed, but there is this alms food of the Blessed One left over to be thrown away. If we do not eat it, the Blessed One will throw it away. But this has been said by the Blessed One: Bhikkhus, be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in material things. Now this alms food is one of the material things. Suppose that instead of eating this alms food I passed the night and day hungry and weak. And instead of eating that alms food he passed that night and day hungry and weak. Then the second bhikkhu thought, the Blessed One has eaten, had what he needed, but there is this alms food of the Blessed One left over to be thrown away. Suppose that I eat this alms food and pass the night and day neither hungry nor weak. And after eating that alms food he passed the night and day neither hungry nor weak. Now although that bhikkhu by eating that alms food passed the night and day neither hungry nor weak, yet the first bhikkhu is more to be respected and commended by me. Why is that? Because that will for long conduce to his fewness of wishes, contentment, effacement, easy support, and arousal of energy. Therefore, bhikkhus, be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in material things. Out of compassion for you I have thought, how shall my disciples be my heirs in Dhamma, not my heirs in material things? That is what the Blessed One said. Having said this, the Sublime One rose from his seat and went into his dwelling. Soon after he had left, the Venerable Sariputta addressed the bhikkhus thus: Friends, bhikkhus. Friend, they replied. The Venerable Sariputta said this: Friends, in what way do disciples of the teacher who live secluded not train in seclusion? And in what way do disciples of the teacher who live secluded train in seclusion? Indeed, friend, we would come from far away to learn from the Venerable Sariputta the meaning of this statement. It would be good if the Venerable Sariputta would explain the meaning of this statement. Having heard it from him, the bhikkhus will remember it. Then, friends, listen and attend closely to what I shall say. Yes, friend, the bhikkhus replied. The Venerable Sariputta said this: Friends, in what way do disciples of the teacher who live secluded not train in seclusion? Here disciples of the teacher who live secluded do not train in seclusion. They do not abandon what the teacher tells them to abandon. They are luxurious and careless, leaders in backsliding, neglectful of seclusion. In this the elder bhikkhus are to be blamed for 3 reasons. As disciples of the teacher,